All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Um, hey, this is just an update. This is just an update, really, just to reassure people who actually care about listening to the show. It's gonna come back. It might be, I might say, oh, it's gonna be a few months, but it could be a couple of weeks. Really, really, I just want to figure out myself and what the TikTok girl they say, like I'm on my journey, and really, I'm just trying to figure out stuff right now. I made a lot of decisions that's going to affect me in the next few months. I'm moving basically. That's the get straight to the point. Really, I'll announce exactly why in the next few months once we figure it out. But that's what's happening. So I wanted to focus on that. Working more, saving a little bit more money. Speaking of saving money, I bought a MacBook. The moment I start saving, I'm like, oh, let me get this right. I'm gonna be stuck in the hood forever. I'm gonna die in the hood because I can't stop spending money. Yeah. I like it though. I usually I get like buyer's regret when I buy like really like big purchases, but so far I like it. I really like it. It's really productive. Also, I bought a standing desk. Just money down. I don't know what's going on right now. Granted, the desk is I'm selling my other one once somebody buys it, and then the price of that kind of goes away. But I finally got a standing desk, and I'm making all these purchases for productivity. This is kind of the same reason why I'm taking a break from the podcast as well, because I wanted to same way I did with the journaling and stuff like that. I kind of wanted to figure out my mind, figure out what's going on in there, and find the perfect way to be productive. And it's journaling and scheduling. I've been using the reminders and the calendars like a real CEO. Like I go on my calendar and I have at least one event on at least 1 week on my phone. I can look. I actually have a use for that app now. And as small and stupid as that sounds, and it's just like insignificant as that sounds, it feels good to be able to like, okay, let me look at my reminders. Oh, I gotta pay electricity, even though in my head I already know that. But like I look at that and I hit the button, it feels that the first word I thought of was void, but that's not the word I was looking for. Makes me feel good hitting that up and saying I completed something. You know, it's a numbers game. That's all it is. So really, that's really what this break is me trying to figure out the best way to be productive, and I wanted to really finish up this book. I say that every other week, but I'm serious this time, and I usually I'm like depressed about like the process, the progress I've made with it, but I'm looking on the bright side. I look back at like a year ago, right? When I was pretty much done and I just figured out what I wanted the ending to be. And if I finished then, if I would have just banged through it and got done with it, it would have been 8 chapters. It would have been 8 chapters, and reading through it, even though the point of it was since it's supposed to be a serial, it's not supposed to be super long. I think it still felt too short to me. It felt like, or it was long. It was long enough, but the plot wasn't going anywhere in that short amount of time. It was just like this character doing this thing, and that's it. So even though I'm being impatient, I am, and really frustrated with the little bit of time that I am able to attack the book. Looking at where I'm at now with the story, with the plot, and what I have planned for the future, if I either have the motivation to keep going or have the luck to stay alive to keep working on the book, I'm proud of where I'm at right now. I think it's weird enough. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not like some English teacher. I'm not using the fancy words, as you can tell from how I talk. I write how I talk, really. But I am really proud of the story in the book still. Like what's going on. If you're willing to read past, oh, he didn't use commas correctly or some shit like that. You know how these people are, man. But I'm really proud of that, and I think that's what I've been doing lately as well, just trying to, even though I'm constantly angry all the time, I haven't been angry out loud. I haven't yelled at anybody since I worked at the freezer. I haven't really out loud been angry. And just trying to look at the positive of stuff and just trying to, okay, today's bad, but you know what? This happened. Let's go with this. Or I think that's where the reminders and the calendar stuff come from. Is like, oh, today was kind of bad, but you know what? I clicked off 3 things off of my reminder. Let's add some things and do some things and blase, 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 blah, 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 blah. Like yesterday. Yesterday was a really good example. I finally got to go get the car inspection, even though it was how it happened was kind of a pain in the ass. I went to this old wizard looking ass motherfucker. Like one, look, if you have to go get a registry, you have to go get an inspection, right? Pro tip: never go to the small mom and pop type mechanic. The old guy with the gray beard who knows too fucking much about cars. Don't go to him because he will find something to complain about and you will fail your inspection. He, like this guy in particular, I don't hate him, all right? Because if I ever do have something bad, I might go to him because he knows so much. But for this inspection, he was pissing me off because my car, which pissed me off. Oh, let's get into that. This is supposed to be a short update. This Kia, this particular Kia has been getting on my nerves. I love Kias. I love my Kia. So my 2015 or 16, before my ex wrecked it, that was a perfect car in my eyes. I loved it. That's why I got this one, because I'm thinking it would be the same thing. But since it's a newer car, it's built like a newer car. It's half electric and all this shit. So they over manufactured all this stuff. And I found out during this inspection that the high beams didn't work. Our lights were, I just replaced it. I think I talked about it on one of the episodes. I replaced the lights. I figured it out, and because it's not just like any old car where you just pop it out or something like that. No, I had to damn near get underneath the tire to get to the light bulbs, whatever. I figured it out. I did it myself. I was proud, right? And the lights was bright and whatever. But apparently the high beams don't work. I didn't break anything. It just never worked. And why? Because usually, I could be talking out my ass. I don't know. This is how I thought they worked. Any other car, low beam, high beam, I guess it's 2 different lights, or they'll have the same bulb, but it just makes it brighter. This Kia has a mirror. So you use one type of bulb, which is your low beam, and the car rotates a mirror in such a way to reflect the low beam, and that's the high beam. And and how he explained it, he said all the diffuses and the wires seemed fine going to that motor, but he gets the motor or the mirror or something stuck, so it don't rotate. So technically my high beams don't work because the mirror doesn't spin. And he said one way they have to replace that is by taking a bumper off and doing all this extra stuff. So I'm like, I got like $80 in my pocket because that's all I fucking needed for the goddamn inspection and the registration. That's my idea, because everything was fine with the car, right? And really, I don't want to put too much work into the car because I kind of plan on finding a way to get out of the car. I don't even want the car no more because it's so damn expensive. I talked about that before. But he was pissing me off with that. Like, I don't hate him for knowing so much about it, but like last year, the high beams didn't work. But it was a smaller town, and he might not even know the difference for real. And so I flicked a certain lights on and off last year, and I passed. This time he didn't pass. He wouldn't even do the inspection. So my pro tip that before I got into the rant is never take it to the old man with the beard who knows too much about cars. Take it to a name brand mechanic shop like Firestone, and if your mechanic is a young black guy, you're gonna pass. If it's not something too serious like my high beams, the lights work. Other than that, he don't give a fuck. I knew the moment I went up in there, it was a young mechanic. I was like, I'm gonna pass. I'm cool. Even though Firestone still takes fucking 3 hours to do shit, but whatever. That's my people to go to get simple shit done. They like Walmart, but it's just they focus on car mechanics. I don't know if I talked about when I got my was it the brakes and the tires or something like that replaced, and I was in that motherfucker for 8 hours. Boy, yeah. When the fucking when the battery went out. When the battery went out, then the brakes started acting up. So I went to them, and I was sitting in the waiting room for 8 hours, and the dude felt bad for me because they had to order. Because again, with the Kia, with their over manufacturing bullshit, they have a special brakes. Why isn't there just one type of brake for all cars? Why? Like, I get it if it's a brake that's just stronger, but no, it should, at the end of the day, it should be one type of fucking brake. Why do we have multiple types of fucking brakes? And apparently this Kia has its own, so they had to order it special. And I just got lucky enough that that they had one, but it was across town. And it was taking forever to get over there. So I was in their waiting room for 8 hours. I had just got off of work at like 6. And I decided, if I go home, I'm going to be sleepy. So let me just wait outside of their place until they open at 7 or 8 o'clock. I forget, right? And get it done. Be the first one there, get it done. And I was there all the way up until about 2 or 3 o'clock. And the dude who's the cashier, but I'm just going to say the cashier, the dude who's in the front. He saw me there the whole day. I didn't complain or nothing, right? Because usually, in my experience, if I don't complain, I get free stuff. Usually, because they feel bad and they know what's up, and they like the fact that they don't get yelled at by the customer. So I was being patient, just there. He offered me a ride. He gave me this giant fucking discount, right? This discount because the two brakes, the rotator, not the rotator, but the disc that the brakes hold on to, that was kind of damaged, so they had to replace that, but he gave me those for free. So yeah, but the funny thing is, once he dropped me off at like 2 or 3, they got the brakes and stuff 30 minutes after that. So it took me like the next day to go get the car. So crazy, man. Just nonsense. Well, I forgot what the point of this. Anyway, it was supposed to be just an update. Jesus Christ. I guess that just shows I haven't been doing. I kind of missed doing the show. Also, since I got the MacBook, right, and I'm trying to work on productivity, I put up my main computer because it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm trying to pack early, get stuff ready, throwing away stuff, and blah blah blah. Even though I'm buying more stuff or whatever, but I put the main one up, and I realized that the MacBook is an Air, so it's a thinner one, so it only has like two things on the side. So I have to figure out a way how to record with my normal setup. That's why I'm recording right here on my phone using voice memos. So that kind of explain why it kind of sound like shit. Sound like I'm like more raspy than normal or whatever, or you might hear the chair underneath me. That's why. I'm recording on my phone. Because I expected this to be like 4 minutes. I'm here damn near 15 minutes in. But I'm for real this time. That's it. I appreciate y'all for listening. That's an update. A long-ass update. I might as well just throw a number on here. But yeah, that's it. I for real this time. See y'all later. Hey, send in some voicemails if y'all listening. Damn, do I even remember the number? 725-999-2704. 999 725. Whoa. 725-999-2704. There we go. Jesus Christ. Leave a voicemail. And whenever the next time we record, I don't know when. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. So appreciate y'all. Keep your journal close to you. Write out your feelings so people know how crazy you are when you die. See you later.